Hello and welcome to another update on the Wilsonville real estate market. I'm Steve Thoele. I'm a principal broker with Premier Property Group, and this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, January 14th. So I'm going to share the screen with you here now, and let's go through this info together. So first off, we'll look at active listing counts. This last week, it showed we only had 3 new properties come on the market in Wilsonville. That's down from week prior, first week of the year, where we had 7. And in terms of total listings, you can kind of see it has declined a bit from where we started. We had 71 homes on the market 8 weeks back, and you kind of see that as kind of drifted off. This last week, we are down to 62 is the most recent reading, and certainly kind of a low for the past 8 weeks. The median price and days on market for the active listings, you can see that has declined in terms of the price. We had a high of 790 to begin with for the first 3 weeks of the period. And that has dropped down to kind of 640, 650, excuse me, 740, 750 as the last 2 readings on that. Days on market, that has increased. As you kind of see, we had a low of 46 days 7 weeks back, and that has risen up to a high of 72 days of average market time right now for these 62 homes that are active on the market in Wilsonville. And moving along to the pendings, the pending sales. So last week I showed we had a good little burst of pending activity. We had 8, which is certainly a high for the past 8 weeks, and that follows on where we had 4 to begin the year here, week prior. So it's good to see some good pending activity to open up the year here. In terms of total pendings, you can kind of see we had a high of 29 6 weeks back. It did got down to a low of 20. And it did pick up again this last week to 24 homes in pending status, with kind of this little busy week we had this last week in terms of pendings. The median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see it's been a little up and down. Started at 691, got down to 630, then reversed course and got clear up to 715. And then dropped back again this last week to 665. So 665,000 is the median price of these most recent 24 homes that are in pending status. And the days on market, that has kind of been dropped and kind of cut in half. We were at a high of 62 days of average market time here 7 weeks back, and got clear down to 29 days for a couple weeks. And then rose just a few days, and then it dropped back to again to 29. So, we've been roughly about 30 days of average market time for about the past month now in Wilsonville. And then last thing we'll look at is sold listing activity. So as the time I put all this together, I show we had 4 homes crossover from pending to sold this last week in Wilsonville. It's up from just 2 the week prior, and you kind of see it's been kind of in that general range, for quite some time now on a weekly basis. And when I look back over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis, that has certainly kind of come down from where we started. We had a high of 34 closings over the prior 4 weeks here, to begin this 8 weeks back, and then it is, fallen back quite a bit, down to 14, and it's been kind of holding, as you can kind of see, at that same level, roughly for the past month now, ending again at 14 as of this last week, 14 closings over the prior 4 weeks. The median sold price and days on market for the solds, again, kind of rise and fall. 633 to begin with, got clear up to 760, and has fallen back now to 612, which is a low for the past 8 weeks. So it's been, quite a dramatic increase and decrease. And then kind of the same thing with days on market. You can kind of see we had a low of 14 days of average market time 8 weeks back, and then it just went from 21 clear up to 65, and then it's been kind of slowly kind of coming off of that. But your most recent reading is 61 days of average market time for these most recent 14 homes that have sold in Wilsonville. And then to finish this out, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is that weeks of inventory figure, good measurement of relative supply and demand in the market. And that is, as you can kind of see, has certainly kind of risen from where we started. So we were a little over 8 weeks of inventory, to begin this look 8 weeks back, and that got clear up to a little over 19 weeks of inventory, just about 3 or 4 weeks later. And then it went down a bit, and now it's popped back up again because of the lower closings. So we're just under about 18 weeks of inventory right now. in Wilsonville. So, it's getting up to, 4.5 to, close to 5 months of inventory. So, pretty slow, relatively speaking, compared to where we were. And then the sale price is percent of the original list price. You can kind of see it's kind of bounced around here a little bit, but had kind of a low of about 95%. 5 weeks back. It has been on the rise. As you can kind of see, the most recent reading got clear up to just under 99%. So, we've seen kind of a return of, relative, strength in terms of what sellers have been getting relative to their original asking price as of late. So a little bit of a mixed bag, kind of a slower market. Things are not selling as quickly and inventory is higher, but, pricing power is appears to be getting stronger as of the past month or so here. So that's kind of what's happening in Wilsonville. A little more broadly, I introduced this last video, kind of looking at interest rates, what's happening there. This is again a screenshot from Mortgage News Daily, which is a service that provides kind of a daily survey on what's happening with interest rates. So we're looking at the 30-year fixed rate. And you kind of see we had this pretty dramatic decrease from October down to into December, and then it's been kind of moving a little bit sideways for the past couple of weeks. Finished this last Friday, the 12th, at around 6.65 or so on the 30-year fixed for prime borrower. Rates are up this morning or today so far, about 10 basis points or so. I think the market's trying to figure out what the Fed's next move is going to be and how quickly they're going to do it in terms of look at lowering rates. I think the market would love to see rate cuts, but I think they're getting some pushback on that, so it's causing some volatility with interest rates, and I'm thinking that's probably likely going to continue here for next few weeks or even months until we get kind of more of a direction of what's going to happen with what the Fed's going to do. So anyway, that's the update for now, and hope it was helpful. As always, if I can answer questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number and email address are always down below these videos. So give me a call, send me a text or email, and I'd be happy to talk with you. Any feedback you can provide on the videos is always really appreciated. Likes, comments, shares, really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button before you leave. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So hope you have a great day and week ahead. Stay safe out there. I know this last weekend was a little treacherous with our little Arctic blast. And looks like we might be getting one more shot of it here later today and this evening with some ice. So if that comes to pass, please be careful out there, and we will see you on the next update.